This should be great, guys, as we kick off this huge 3-on-3 contest.
Don't look now, but this has all the makings of those six-man classics we used to see back in World Class.
Looking a little dazed here.
Yeah, she's definitely not looking herself right now, Cole.
Suplex. The great thing about our fans is they have the right to cheer or boo for whoever they want, but the amount of hatred I've heard directed at Lita can be downright vulgar.
Lita has been in volatile situations where the crowd has resorted to calling her despicable names. The usually focused Lita becomes unhinged and doesn't know how to handle disrespect from the WWE Universe.
You two bringing up what fans have called Lita only reminds me of how Lita doesn't care what some idiots in the crowd have to say about her.
I don't think she deserves that sort of treatment either, Corey, but I have seen it become a distraction for Lita. Maybe that's something her opponent can take advantage of.
On to the back of the neck. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match was historic, but I don't believe it would have been possible without the contributions Lita has made to sports entertainment. The barrier she broke down in her career opened the door for the caliber of talented women in the WWE today.
Shining Wizard!
Michael, you recognize Lita opening the door for women. Well, many of those talented women were in awe of Lita when she entered the Women's Royal Rumble. I can't imagine the feeling of sharing the ring with my greatest influence.
Well, Lita put some of my least favorite women in their place when she hit her signature moonsault on Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, reminding half of the four horsewomen why Lita's their hero.
Oh, that kind of hit brings back bad memories.
Up and down! What a slam! Arguably one of the greatest female performers in WWE history, Trish Stratus earned an incredible 7 women's championships in her illustrious career.
Clothesline!
Oh, that was a vicious shot. If this match heads outside, things can go south real quick.
Let's hope not. Byron mentioned Trish's 7 championships, and what makes that number even more incredible is the fact that she won them all between 2001 and 2006.
And as we've seen during her return at WrestleMania in 2011 or the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match in 2018, Trish can easily put herself back in the women's title picture.
Turn your lights out. You gotta believe this one's over.
There are instances when a 6-man tag match will feature a team where superstars have not always seen eye to eye or are in the midst of a disagreement. And that's the
Trish setting it up.
Nailed it.
Corey, earlier you talked about what needs to happen when members of a 6-man team have differences or had differences in the past. If the team can't find a way to get on the same page, they will not last very long. Someone on the team has to step up and make sure for at least that match, everyone on the team can work together.
That's easier said than done. Just because superstars might be favorites of the WWE Universe or have a common enemy, that doesn't mean they'll get along.
Here's a cover.
Six-man tag team matches have been a staple of competition since the early days of sports entertainment. Two teams of three compete against one another under traditional tag team rules. Stipulations could be added like no disqualification, 2 out of 3 falls, elimination, falls count anywhere, or whatever else someone could think of. Matches can also be held in a caged environment.
Six-man tags can be fought under so many different types of stipulations. Teams can be part of it. She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that.
Harsh impact. Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Dodges that one.
Spear!
Picked up.
Inverted DDT!
You got her good there. That's exactly what Lita needed. Oh, nasty impact.
Lita thinking it's time to go for the win.
This might be it! Oh, my. That should do it.
But penny predicament. Oh, how resilient was that?
Very nice.
A superstar is always in a high-profile match when they main event a Monday Night Raw. A spot Lita once found herself in when she clashed with Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship.
In her home state of North Carolina, Lita threw caution to the wind as she put her body at risk, all because that night was about to be more than championship gold.
You guys bring up Lita and Trish's Women's Championship match. It isn't lost on anybody that was the first time women were given the spotlight to have a match end Monday Night Raw. It was uncharted territory.
The Lita-Trish rivalry had reached a fever pitch, and the two weren't given that main event spot. They earned that main event spot.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Over time, there have been various types of six-man teams that have been successful. There are family trios like the Guerreros, the Grahams, the Andersons, and the Von Erichs. There have been members of factions who have also produced tremendous six-man teams like the Fabulous Freebirds, the Four Horsemen, the NWO, and D-Generation X.
Byron, you mentioned some families and groups that created incredible six-man teams. Talking more about factions, don't forget about the likes of the Hart Foundation, Evolution, the Wyatt family, the Shield, and the New Day. These are only some of the trios who had unbelievable matches against a variety of adversaries.
If we're talking about three-man teams, I need to shout out one of the baddest trios of all time who held the World Six-Man Championship on a number of occasions. I'm talking about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Road Warriors. When the Dream put on the face paint, you knew it was going to be a bad night for their opponents.
Effectively using the knee.
Not so fast.
Thanks to Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, in May of 2017, the WWE Universe saw a dream team come together when the Hardy Boys joined forces with the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose. The exciting trio took on Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. Truth be told, both Miz and Ambrose blended in with their impromptu tag team partners pretty well.
Buster! Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In the six-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz, both teams worked very well together. That surprised me, since this was the first time they teamed together. But there was something that night about the lunacy of Dean Ambrose fitting perfectly with the Daredevil Hardy Boys.
I've got to say, I had goosebumps for a week after the Hardy Boys returned to WWE at 2017's WrestleMania. During that six-man on Raw, Team Extreme formed an effective trio with that lunatic Dean Ambrose. After a twist of fate from Matt Hardy, Jeff crushed The Miz with a swanton bomb, and that was all she wrote.
We saw the return of many legends in the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble, but Trish Stratus may have been the most impactful return of the evening.
Yes, indeed, Michael. Trish entered the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble at entrant 30 to a wild ovation.
Trish Stratus connects with a chick kick.
That's it. That's what she needed.
Gentlemen, Trish Stratus might have...
Here's Trish Stratus into the quick cover.
You touched on Trish Stratus' Royal Rumble return, and she accomplished plenty from her final entry slot. She eliminated 3 competitors and lasted until the final 5.
Yeah, and the trio Trish eliminated were impressive indeed. Trish helped eliminate Nia Jax and single-handedly tossed out both Natalya and Mickie James. Stratus proved that she can still hang with today's top talent with that strong Rumble performance.
Big slam.
Oh man, she's rolling now.
Beautiful technique. When a superstar is in a six-man match, one of the most important things to remember is knowing when to tag out and get the fresh member of your team in the ring. We've talked about continuity many times on this program, but it's more than that. You don't want to try to do too much when you have other members.
She reverses out of it,
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
Oh, just inflicting so much damage to the body.
she goes for the cover. I think she's trying to prove a point here. She counters before it's too late. Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. When she gets in attack mode, look out. Comes up big with the reversal. And Lita reverses it. Oh, guys, there's the slam. She's calling her out.
She's tough, but nobody's that tough.
Twist of fate.
I bet you feel foolish, Rock.
Can she end it here? Broken up, and the match continues. Nailed it. Not today.
She is on fire.
What a stomp.
Good grief. Something.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Looking at it here.
Boom. Face first. Lita in a very precarious position, guys. This isn't good. I don't think Lita knows where
Going for the cover. 1, 2. What an amazing six-man tag match.